Alex Whittle with another video here inside a very quiet TD Garden after the Celtics and Cavaliers battled it out in a pre-season, let's be honest, nearly 3-hour slugfest. But I have two Cleveland Cavaliers joining me today. I start with one of my favourite people in the league, Channing Frye, who's very funny, he's very honest, and he has replaced the LeBron James locker room with himself on his return to Cleveland. That's where we start today. A word of warning though, watch out for the smell.
Taking LeBron James' locker, was that decided for you? Tell me the story behind that.
Decided for me, but they knew Cobras, who's our equipment guy, knew I'd probably make a joke out of it. So it's all good. I've been farting in his locker all day, but now it's my locker, so I guess I'm stuck with it.
It's Cavs Media Day. Hey, Channing, whose locker did you take? Come on, man. Some dude? Wow.
What's he said to you about that?
Nothing, he just called me a dick. That's it, it's all good.
Do you have a vendetta against Spirit Airlines?
Rookie tails.
Colin, what airlines did you take? Did you get, what airline? You got on Spirit. That boy got on Spirit Airlines.
No, it's all jokes, and I think, eventually I'm gonna get on the Spirit Airlines one of these days. But no, it was a good running joke with the Rook.
How often does he get on it then? Is it because he likes to fly cheap?
Yeah, he's really cheap. Shockingly, for the 8th pick, he'll have money for the rest of his life now because he only spends like less than $100 to go anywhere. So for me, I like, number one, I can't fit in those seats, and number two, I like my free drinks in first class, so we're good.
What about Kevin Love's, we call them flip-flops, his UCLA shoes?
Yeah, those gotta go. Those are trash.
Well, look what we have here.
Since he talked about his mental health and his personal story on the Players Tribune, what's been the most heartwarming story that you've heard since you talked about that as well?
To be honest, I think just people to know that they're making them more comfortable to talk about it, or inspiring them to get help, or to kind of take the stigma away from it. I think we all go through stuff, and I think to know that somebody's in your corner, even professional athletes, superstars, whatever we are, that we all go through issues. So we're on the same boat, and we're just trying to get better.
If I may go back to 2012 quickly, when doctors diagnosed you with an enlarged heart, when you came back a year later, were you nervous at all?
No, I wasn't nervous, and I was more determined to say, F you to them. A lot of times I had an opportunity just to retire or quit then, and I said, basketball is worth it. And so for me, I've come every year with the attitude of, this is the best job ever. It changed my life, and it made it for the better. And I think for me, I wasn't nervous. I've seen the doctors, the best doctors in the world, and it was awesome. And I didn't miss a game or a practice that year.
What helps you today with that?
Obviously health and less stress. And just honestly, just being aware of the signs of I used to have bad anxiety, and going to see help, doing a lot more yoga, and just being in the present. I did a lot of yoga. Now it's kind of one of my big things is I was always worried about what if, instead of just being here and embracing the moment and being present.
Now your former teammate Kyrie Irving, we saw the film Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
You weren't in it. Why not?
No, I haven't seen Uncle Drew, and I'm waiting to watch it with my kids, but I'm not a good actor. I'm terrible.
Not even Space Jam coming up?
I mean, I may make a cameo. I would. Hook me up. But no, I'm not really an actor type guy. I'm more of a extra.
Last couple of quick ones. Where would you never take Richard Jefferson?
I wouldn't take him anywhere. I hate that guy. No, I would never take Richard to a barbershop.
Probably best.
Probably, yeah.
You told me that you might be moving to London when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think, right now, I think, I have a bunch of kids. So for me, just seeing the world, experience the world from a different set of eyes, from a different culture, is going to be huge for them. And so me and the wife have thought about it, and we love London when we went out there. Richard's wife is actually from England, so for me, it's something on the table. It'll be fun to homeschool them and then take them and be able to go anywhere in the world from England and also experience that type of culture.
And last one, you have your podcast with Richard Jefferson, Road Tripping. As of today, if you had to give up one, podcasting or basketball, you could never do it for the rest of your life, what would you have to do?
It would not even close, podcasting. I mean, basketball, I love it. I want to continue to play as long as I can, and this is what, you know, it's a little bit more of an impact.
Next up is a man a lot of people are saying is replacing LeBron James in Cleveland. Now that is a bit of a stretch, but Cedi Osman has a lot of talent and will play a lot of minutes in Cleveland this season. I asked him, first of all, in our conversation in the Cavaliers locker room, what people ask him on the streets when he goes back to his home country, Turkey.
How was the feeling playing with LeBron? Of course, you know, everybody was asking about LeBron, especially about the workout that I have in LA.
What do they tend to ask about the workout? Because you did talk in detail about how nervous you were with Kevin Durant shooting. What did it feel like?
It was really big experience for me, you know. And most of the people were asking about like how was the practice? Did you guys play like 1-on-1, 2-on-2, and those kind of stuff, you know? But it was just it was just a simple workout, but really good with a high intensity. So it was one of the best workouts in my life, and probably the one that I'll never forget.
What do you learn, or what do you want to learn and get out of those workouts?
You know, those are workouts that we're working on for improvement. So that's why I'm just working on my things that I'm, let's say, that I'm not good with it. So that's why I just can be shooting, can be dribbling the ball. So those are the things that we work on every time, and some new shots that I'm trying to build in my game.
Growing up playing in Turkey, was LeBron on your radar, or did you look up to another player in the NBA?
After I get drafted, Cleveland Cavaliers, it was you know, the dream came true, and I know that I was going to play with LeBron, and so that's why it was like pretty excited thing for me. So couldn't wait to finish those 2 years in overseas and then come here and show what I can do, and it was actually better than I was thinking of.
The timeline in Turkey, basketball specifically, and how it's grown as a game since you've been in the NBA, have you noticed a difference?
I did, like mostly there. I really appreciate them because I know they've been following me, because you know there's a 7-hour difference with Turkey, and the West Coast is 10, so that's why I know that they've been staying awake until the game. And so I know they've been watching me, and I really appreciate them. It gives me actually extra motivation.
How do your family follow along?
So also they stay awake, you know, or they sleep a little bit, and then they wake up around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. depends on the game. But you know, or sometimes they're here in States. So yeah, they've been awake every time.
Do they have a routine? Did they call you before the game or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm talking to my mom. You know, when I get in the bus, I call her, and you know, we talk. That was my routine every time.
And last question, do you ignore those comparisons? You know, you're going to replace LeBron James. This is more pressure for you. Do you just want to improve as a player, or do you really see it that way with Cleveland this season?
Of course, the only thing that I'm thinking is to improve my basketball, to improve myself as a player and as a person. So during the last year, I mean LeBron really helped me a lot. It was playing with him was a really big thing for me, and I had a chance to learn a lot of things from him, and now it's time to show people what I have learned from him.
Channing Frye, Cedi Osman, but what about you? How many wins, or let's be honest, losses, do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers will have this season? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and any other NBA thoughts you have. I'd love to read them, and I'd love to get back to you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications of new videos. Less than 2 weeks to go till the regular season begins. I'll see you next time.